Well, hello, hello. Short talk in the park with the old guy. Now that we know who that guy would be, that's me. My name's Mike. Come on in, pull up a chair, grab yourself something to drink, and kind of pretend you're having a talk with an old guy in a park. Well, I'm in a park. Look here. See, there's the proof. And there's some little kiddos over here on the next tables, and I just this is a Sunday afternoon. It's coming up on 2 o'clock. This is the first day of Let's Play Around with the Clocks episode, whatever that's about. I've been wondering about that since I was a little kid. Why are we doing this with the clocks? What is that about? And I remember as a boy hearing these so-called explanations. You see, that was like what? And it had something to do with World War One and the use of coal in the national economy. It was believed by some experts that coal could be reduced, therefore devoting more energy to the war. You see, what? Okay, well that's fine. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. What does that have to do with now? I have no idea. I just wanted to shoot the breeze with you for a few minutes. This isn't going to be a long one, thank goodness. And hey, look, Stevie Wonder. Oh no, it's just me. Um, and went out to the ball game last night. I woke up this morning and I don't know how to describe it, but like that guy that was sitting behind me last night. Ugh, shut up. This guy's yelling like a lunatic, like we're on the verge of some cosmic decision being made about, the utter importance of life, reality, and everything. Are the Aggies going to win? And, I went in as a experienced Aggie watcher, and I was surprised they won. I was just sure in the last minute, minute three, they're going to choke and lose like they always do. But they're actually doing pretty good this year, which apparently I have not been following at all. But that crowd energy there last night, I don't like that kind of stuff. Uh, Being that close to all those people, and when you leave at the end, after the fireworks and everybody's going to their car, well, everybody's in that walkway. I mean, like right now, and so it's like shoulder to shoulder, and you're walking real slow. Ugh. I think some people actually enjoy that. There's something wrong with those people. They need help, professional help. But I got out there. It's just so nice to get away from all them people. But um, I thought, the net result, strangely enough, for me being in crowds, is that I feel more lonely than usual. I mean, let's face it, I'm 65. I've never married. I probably never will. Uh, I live my life alone. By and large, I've lived that way all my life. And I'm not complaining. These are my choices. I mean, these are the things I chose to become. And yeah, sure, I feel lonely, lots of times, but it's like, so what? I feel hungry too, get over it. And, there's friends around, there's coworkers, there's church members, you got family members, you got, you know, in laws, outlaws, cousins, whatever. And you're never alone, not really, but it sure feels like it. And I got to thinking about it today, and I thought, I wonder if, here's my question to you, friendly viewer. Uh, do you feel at a strange level alone? I mean, like more alone than usual? Because I thought, that's the net result. We keep talking about the end of the world and the fact that there's this gang of criminals who has taken over the United States and are currently running it into the ground. Uh, they're destroying the nation, is what they're doing. And it was on plan. It was on their list of things to do. Hey, they could check it off at least, be orderly. But I just thought when I'm looking around at all this stuff, we're talking about the end of the world and maintaining faith in the face of difficulties and someone can't find a job, someone can't pay the bills, someone can't even get some sleep at night because their back is hammered, or whatever. And there's just so many things. But I'm just wondering if this sensation that I'm feeling is much more broadly uh, being broadcast. In other words, am I picking up a signal that a lot of people are on this same page of feeling not only lonely but alienated? Like, is there anywhere really that I fit at all? I mean, and without fooling people or trying to invent stuff. And The sense of community, or the sense of belonging, that kind of stuff. Those are valuable things. And once they're gone, well, then you notice there's this big crevasse somewhere inside you, and you can't put your finger on it exactly what's wrong. Or is anything wrong? What am I complaining about anyway? Something like that. But the word that pops to my mind keeps going bing, shows up right here like in a cartoon, little bubbles, little bubbles, and then there's a larger bubble. And the word is alone or lonely. And I know it's a lie. We never were alone. We're not alone right now. We never will be alone. Not actually. The Father Almighty has seen to that. And so there's a sense in which when people are sheared off from the path of life, sheared off from the name which is holy, I am that am, sheared off from Messiah Jesus, sheared off from the Word, sheared off from Christian tradition. Now what do you got? What you got is that guy behind me at that game last night. He was completely going ape. Like the fate of the free world hinged upon the results of this game that nobody in their right mind cares about. and that's what we have to do, isn't it? And when we're pretty sure that we can't latch on to something meaningful, we'll latch on to something trivial and make it meaningful. At least for me personally, I've never found that convincing. And it's like, why bother? But anyway, some people do a lot of that stuff, I think. So anyway, I just wanted to think about it some with you today. Is that if you're feeling lonely, if you feel all alone, something like that, first of all, it just ain't true. You got to start with what's true. And you never were alone. You ain't alone now. And the difference is, how are we perceiving the centrality, the meaningfulness, the goodness, the overflowing generosity of the living God just now? And my guess is, if you're feeling alone, just like I was when I got up this morning, my guess is, if you're feeling kind of like I can't put my finger on it, what's bothering me? It's around here, but I can't seem to figure it out. There's a hint involved. Is that when we're feeling, let's say, sour, and my gosh, why am I even doing this? Why bother going on? That kind of stuff. And if you start leaning towards self-destructive stuff, that's a huge red alarm. You should pay attention, because you should never hurt yourself or anyone else on purpose. I mean, of course, you always do stupid things like, oops, fell off a ladder again. But that's me. But the thing is that this real strong sense that you're all alone, I think we've got to interpret that as a lie, and we've got to interpret that as an attack from a spirit. There is a spirit somewhere who thinks that it would be a real good idea if you walked around feeling all alienated all the time, because that would really cut down your effectiveness, now, wouldn't it? That would silence you effectively, wouldn't it? That would make you afraid to take chances now, wouldn't it? You'd become afraid to step out and do great things. Why? Because nobody cares. I'm all alone, right? So there's a sort of a brainwashing technique involved. There's lies involved. That means there's a malicious witness. We're in a spirit war. And when in a spirit war, you got to break out spirit weapons. That means we call upon God, who is spirit, to surround our bodies, surround our persons, surround the camp of the saints, we'll call it, with his holy angels. They are agents of light, and they are fierce warriors, and they defend his people, and he is extending his boundaries, whether the enemy likes it or not. The boundaries of the kingdom are going forth day by day. He's capturing minds. He's turning them around. He's making new people out of old people. And part of the new thing is, believe it, from before the foundation of things, he loved his children, and he knew them. He knew their right names. He knew everything about them. He knew me before I was invented. And he's loved us with an everlasting love. There's your starting point. Your starting point is the faithfulness of the one who spoke, the I am that am, and work from there. And then when your feelings are jumping up in your face and yelling at you and telling you, pay attention, there's something terribly wrong, then part of what's terribly wrong is I have forgotten once again. He's at the center. Life is about Him and His covenant and His glory and His truth. And at the center of things, the real zest, the point of life. Why do we bother living anyway? What's this about? It's about interacting with Him and coming to value Him from an honest heart, from an honest opinion. You say, you're better than air, dude. You're better than clean, fresh, mountain bubbly water. You're better than fresh vegetables from the garden. Because you're the author of all that stuff, and each of those little tokens of refreshment or vitality or life, they're all little tiny mirrors pointing back to the one who is all that in reality. So go take a walk today. Forget about lunatics shouting in your ear. Forget about pointless contests. And remember that He's in it with you for the long haul, and that means an extension cord with only one end. That's my idea of eternity. I got an extension cord? Yeah, well, I found one end. Where's the other? I don't know. Just keep looking. There's no end to the life He's given. And so we have to learn to live in a way to give thanks in all circumstances, even when we're feeling like hammered, you know what. I used to say hammered toast. If you can imagine a piece of overcooked toast with too much butter on it, stick it on the concrete slab and then hit it with a sledgehammer. That's how I feel sometimes. But you keep rolling. Why? Not because I'm so tough, not because I'm so smart. You keep rolling because there's no other choice. Look around you. We're in the middle of a desert. This is no stopping place. This is not your home. We're passing through. We're in transit. We're pilgrims. So have an attitude which says, I tell you the truth. Here's my witness. No matter how bad it gets, He's better, and He's stronger, and He knows how much I can take before something goes snap, and I go off the rails. And He won't go there with you. He's building you. He's using these troubles to make you more durable, more flexible, more compassionate, more patient with not only others, but with yourself and with Him. Because we're so impatient. Everybody wants results before the question is even stated. Yeah. So go get some sunshine. Hope you can find a place to relax. And get you a good snack this afternoon. I was thinking about maybe getting some cantaloupe, but I looked at the melons at the store, and I thought they're kind of green. And I'm always buying green cantaloupes when I go to the store. And it's like green bananas. Who wants green bananas? Oh, I did see today at the health food place, Natural Grocers. I went in there to get some vitamin stuff after church. I wish I'd had my camera with me. You walk into the produce area, there's a big sign. Sorry, we're out of bananas. And there's just this empty shelf there. Well, why did you guys just fill it up with something else that you do have? But I thought there's an old song, I think this is from the 50s, I don't know. Yes, we have no bananas. It's kind of a comical thing. So if you get real bored today and you think, I wish I had something to do that was deeply meaningful to me, go look up, yes, we have no bananas. And when you walk into the grocery and see, yes, they have no bananas, you can sing it. Maybe you can sing it to the clerk and see if we get some bananas out of the deal. Have a good day, and don't eat too much chocolate. Ugh. I ate way too much sugary junk last night. That was part of the problem. I had a sugary, it was a strawberry lemonade, which tasted okay. But this so-called kettle corn stuff, ugh. It was like Cracker Jacks that someone had got a little carried away with the caramel or something. Just super sweet. It was just like this sugar bomb. And I thought, I ate about a third of it or a half of it and just said, ugh, I'm done. And now that was junk, kettle corn. And it reminded me not to buy it again. But the reason I went over there was because the concession stand had a line 218 people long, and I said, I ain't waiting. I went to the much shorter line, and the reason it was much shorter is he's selling kettle corn that nobody wants. Now I'm wiser, or at least older. One of the above. Have a good day, and the blasted knuckleheads, keep fiddling with the clocks. He's the steady pace. He's the rhythm you keep at the heart. And the heart it's all about truth. It's all about Him. It's all about His kingdom, His domain, And the right way, he does everything the right way, according to justice, truth, integrity, loyalty, courage, honor. He is the best of the best of the best. Our testimony isn't about me and how I succeeded. Our testimony is, behold, the Lamb of God. He takes away the sin of the world and has had mercy even on me. There is none greater than he. That's my testimony. So we join in that. It isn't, look how I got my act together. That's not what this is about. He gets us together, and he's going to stand us back up from the dead one day by talking to you. And believe me, you'll hear him. You'll stand up and go, aye, aye, sir. What can I do for you? I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here with you. Get some rest, get some food, get some sunshine, and don't remember to be on time in the morning. That is to say, set your stupid clock. And in the meantime, you can mutter under your breath at bureaucrats and their idiocy. That's what I do.